Welcome back, everyone. Tonight I'm going to show you how to have stronger kicks in martial arts. I'm going to go over a couple things. One of the things is I'm going to teach you the body mechanics on how to have strong kicks for martial arts, and I'm going to teach you the knowledge and the science on how to have strong kicks in martial arts. Let's get into it.
Ninja Carter, show me the way of the ninja.
So first, I'm going to show you the body mechanics first, and then I'm going to go over the knowledge of it. So let's say if we're starting with the round kick. So if you don't know this, and I'm pretty sure everybody should, when you're doing a round kick, you want to be able to turn your hip over. So if my target is the bag right here, when I turn my hip over for the round kick, my body should be facing towards this wall. And while I'm doing that, I have to pivot. Like, I can't throw a round kick like this. I can't throw a round kick and not pivot my foot. So there's things you got to pay attention to when you're doing it, the body mechanics. And one of the things for sure, if you're doing your round kicks like this, you're going to end up hurting your knee because you're not pivoting. So not only do you have to pivot, you have to turn your hip over. So basically, like, your foot and your hip needs to go this way. And the easy way to figure that out, or to know if you're doing it right, when this knee comes up right here, it wants to be turning your whole body. It wants to be driving. So if I'm at my round kick right here and I'm coming up, I'm bringing my knee. Notice how my knee's up right here. My hip is facing towards the wall and my foot is facing towards the wall. And then I'm coming back. So that's how I want it to be. So when I'm coming up for my round kick, if I'm facing towards the camera right now and my round kick comes up, see how my knee comes up and I'm pivoting at the same time. And my hip turn, my hips turn and it's facing my body towards the wall. So I'm coming this way right here. That makes sense. All right. So that's for the round kick. So it's a difference in power too. Because if you're doing your round kick like this versus if I'm doing my round kick like this, completely different sound, right? Different sound, different power. And you know I'm hitting the bag because I'm hitting it and I'm not pushing the bag. If I was pushing the bag, it would be swinging. Okay. So that's power. So that's showing you the round kick. That's the body mechanics. Let's say for the side kick. Side kick is one of my favorite kicks. So I'm going to go over this. So side kick, let's say if I'm going here. One thing about side kick that I notice a lot of people are doing, for beginners, experts out there probably don't need this video, but let's say for beginners. So for beginners, they're kicking with the tip of their toes for side kick. Now for side kick, you want to chamber your kick and then you want to kick outward, right? Some beginners are, let's say if they are chambering, right? Because you can only do a side kick really in one motion, coming from here. But some people, when they're doing their side kick, they're kicking here. If I'm facing this way, when most people are doing their side kick, they're kicking with their toes. There's no power there. Like if you see, it's kind of like I'm just tapping the bag. Like I can just spin the bag just with my toes. That's what most people are doing at the beginning stages. But when I'm doing a side kick, I want to kick with my heel. So I want to kick right here. Like I want to line it up right there. Not right here. Not right there. I want to line it up like right there in the middle if I can. Okay, that's where I'm going to get my maximum power from. So if I'm doing my side kick, let's say if I'm doing just front leg side kick and I'm here like this. I'm in my fighting stance. I want to bring this knee up right here. Notice how it's come up. I can bring it up like a straight leg kick. That's different level right there. That's advanced level. But let's say if I'm bringing it up like a straight leg kick and I'm pivoting over here. Notice I'm doing the same thing like how I taught you with the round kick. I'm bringing my knee up. My hips are facing towards this wall, towards the camera. And my foot is pivoting at the same time. So I'm coming up like this. Okay. Then you notice with my side kick how my chamber is. Now, this is where the side kick is supposed to be. It's supposed to be horizontal to the floor. So if I'm here like this, right? Now I want to kick with my heel. If I'm kicking with my toes, so say if I do a side kick right here, from here, kick with my toes. See how the bag pushes? Either the bag will be pushed or the bag will spin. But if I'm kicking with my heel, It just did the same thing. That was a bad example. But let's say if I'm kicking my heel right here, like that, I'm kicking right in the middle of it. So, like I said, if I'm turning this way, I'm kicking like literally right in the middle of it right there. Okay? So with side kick, you want to kick with your heel for the maximum power. So let's say if I'm doing shuffle side kick. Like I said, side kick is one of my favorite kicks. It's not my first favorite, but it is one of my favorite. Because I think it's the most useful. It can break ribs and do a lot of things. Here, like that. You want to extend your legs. So another thing too, with side kick, you got to know your distance. So if I'm trying to execute my side kick and I'm right here, let's say the person's body is right here or bag right here. If I'm doing a side kick, I'm too close. I'm not going to gain any power. If anything, I'm going to push myself off my opponent or the object. So a side kick, this is where the science part comes in. You got to know your distance. So you got to know your body's anatomy. So some people have longer legs. Some people have longer arms. Some people have long torso and short legs. You got to know your distance. Like I know if I was to do a shuffle side kick from right here, yeah, I could reach it, right? I know I can reach it from here. But someone that's got shorter legs, they would probably need to do a side kick from here versus if I'm doing it right here, okay? So there's so many different ways you can do side kick. Like I said, if you want a power side kick, like something with some real power behind it, shuffle side kick. But you can't always do that because if you're sparring or fighting, people are going to see it coming. But let's just say you want power out of it, right? So this is my distance. So I know from where the bag is right now and from where I am, I know I can reach it with a shuffle side kick, okay? Like that. But now I know I can't reach it over here. So if I try to do a shuffle side kick from here, I'm not going to have power because now I'm trying to reach it. So when it comes to it, that's part of the science. You got to know your distance when it comes to side kick. I mean, you have to know your distance with other kicks too, but with side kick, you should really know your distance. So let's say for another kick, let's say for hook kick, you want a powerful hook kick. Now, hook kick, to me, this is my favorite kick, but hook kick really all comes down to timing. And it comes down to how you're bringing it up. Like, I just don't see a point in, if you're asking me, I don't see a point in doing a hook kick if it's not a straight leg kick. Straight leg kick meaning like, if I'm throwing a hook kick towards the camera and I do a hook kick like this, you can see that because you clearly see that I'm bringing it from here, then I'm bringing it up and over. But if it's coming up like a straight leg kick, like if it's coming up like a straight leg kick like this, it's harder to see it. So if you're a beginner, honestly, instead of waiting all that time to go from white belt, yellow belt, green belt, purple belt, blue belt, all that, if you can just learn to practice the advanced techniques now, just make a good practice, do all your kicks straight leg. Try to have all your kicks come up like straight legs, no matter what it is. The thing with straight leg kicks is they're coming up like this and you're pivoting, you're turning your hip and you're pivoting at the last minute, like literally the last minute. You come in here for whatever kick, right? Instead of coming up like this, for a round kick, it's literally coming up like, and people can't see it coming. So practice your straight leg kicks. For more power, know your distance. All right. Know to kick with your heel and not your toes. Turn your hip over. And like I said, that's the body mechanics part of it. Like there's other kicks I'm gonna go over, but I want you to understand the body mechanics of it. So as far as like the science part of it, the knowledge, that if you want stronger kicks, yes, speed is power, that's physics. But you still got to put the weight behind it. So my advice to you is eat more, have protein, work out, do heavy weights, squats, lunges, whatever you got to do. The more weight you have behind your speed, the harder your kicks are going to be. So that's my one-on-one lesson right there. But hope you guys learn from that and stay tuned for next time.